Good damn evening, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again, and there's big shit going on. So Trump is filing a lawsuit against Twitter, Facebook, Google. If they're big, if they're on an app on your phone, he's going after them. Now, is he doing it now because he was a little more handcuffed as president? That makes sense. I'm not sure. But most definitely now that he is a private citizen, he's much more dangerous to them and he's going after them. How is it that someone who's not even president anymore is doing more for us than the president right now? I don't know if Biden is perverted, has even said the words big tech since he's been in office. But Trump is going after him, and this is big. This could potentially go to the Supreme Court. And if they rule on it, that's it. Because people have been shadow banned. People have been kicked off of all these different platforms simply because they said something that went against the script that all these purple-haired dirt fuckers are reading from. You could say the wildest, craziest, meanest shit you could possibly think of, even some shit you couldn't think of. But as long as you're reading it from their hymnal, as long as you're saying it toward the group they want you to say it toward, it's all good. But you say anything remotely close to that against somebody on their side, you're an ist, you're a phobe, you're banned. They send you some bullshit email saying, if you would like to challenge our decision, please email us. Like you're going to read it. The email probably prints out and goes right into a fucking paper shredder. These things, they're too big. They're not going to listen to your cries of being banned for no reason. They banned Trump when he was the sitting president. It was toward the end of his term, but he was the acting president of the United States and they banned him. Why? And a lot of people, shout out to ABL, he just came off a suspension for posting shit that the CDC said. One of their puppet masters, they got so many hands up their ass, it's ridiculous. But one of their puppet masters, one of the things they're saying, all he did was copy and paste. And they kicked him off for that because he's on the wrong side of the issue. He's on the wrong side of the aisle to them. So Trump is suing them for this. And now he can throw his money behind it. The average Joe Schmo, we can't hang with these fools in court. They got law firms on retainer with 3 names on the side of the building. Goldberg, Silverman, and Greenblatt. You're done. You're not going up against those cats. But Trump can. And something my dad used to always tell me, a man who doesn't care is dangerous. Trump don't care. That's why he was a problem to them from the beginning. That's why he was a thorn in their side. He was the bull in their china shop. He had no ties to any political figures, any lobbyists. He hadn't spent decades in Washington, D.C. You can't come out of there clean. He wasn't beholden to any of them. He wasn't buddies. They didn't scratch his back. They didn't help him get there. He was a made man. He got there himself. Therefore, he was untouchable to them. How many impeachments? So he still doesn't care. He's still focused on his mission. And thankfully, that mission is us. Americans, America first. I know that's taboo and that's foul language to them, but it's true. And Trump's going after him. I hope it does go to the Supreme Court. If you're going to tell somebody, come to our platform, you could say whatever you want. And then when you get there, they close the door behind you and say, the old bait and switch. Now you're getting kicked off the platform. People create businesses around these platforms. People create livelihoods around this. And for them to just take it away because they didn't like what you said. Like you kick somebody like me off of YouTube, but I can see 8-year-olds twerking. Which one is more damaging? My opinions on things, some coarse language, or a child dropping it like it's hot. I think one is far more damaging, far more disgusting than the other. So I hope it does go to the Supreme Court. I hope they rule on this shit, because all these companies, they're private, but they're all protected by the government. I can't remember the name of it, but there's something where they're protected under where you can't go after them and sue them. That's not a regular private business. These businesses also have government. Google has government contracts. You are not a regular private business. You have the world's information. That's never happened before. So no, you're not a regular private citizen, and someone needs to tap that ass and get up in that ass like a bike with no seat, because this shit is wrong. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep my finger on the pulse of that one. And something else I wanted to mention real quick. Biden is pervertus. Our grandpa in chief, Mr. Hey, this isn't the south side of Chicago. That's right, he missed the mark, but he did get closer than the Ugandan nightmare, Kamala Harris. He did get closer than her, because she finally made her way down to the border, but she was about 800 miles off. He went to Chicago. He was on his way to Crystal Lake, Illinois. And yeah, same here. Every time I hear Crystal Lake, I think of Jason Voorhees. But it was a quick little stop on his way to Crystal Lake, Illinois, to push some kind of family plan bullshit. I'm going to rob you and take your money and pour gasoline on this inflation fire. So he stops in Chicago. He made it about, so let's see, Kamala was 800 miles off. He was about 55 miles off. So we got a little closer. But in this place, Crystal Lake, Illinois, it's not the south side of Chicago. It's not where the death and the violence is taking place. But he did tell Mayor Splinter that he was going to send some kind of federal task force in there to stop gun trafficking. Almost, guys. Almost. You're getting close to the problem. You're getting warm, but you're not quite there yet. Because gun trafficking is not the problem. The fucking gangs are the problem. Start throwing the book at these fools. We catch your ass with a gun. You're going away for a while. By the time you get out, you're going to be in a whole new stage of life. You're going to be in a different decade. That's what needs to happen. That's all these people understand is time. Because handcuffing them, taking them down there, giving them a little photo shoot and putting some ink on their finger and releasing them back in 2 hours is not cutting it. Neighborhoods are being held hostage. People are being killed. Innocent people. Remember us, the innocents? No fucking gun trafficking. That's not the issue. Gangs are the issue. But instead of taking a little extra time to really do something about it, they made some empty promises. What's a task force going to do? That's a roundabout way of saying we're not going to do shit. They need this violence. They need these people getting killed. And then Mayor Splinter, Mayor Lightweight, the sloth from Ice Age, she asked them for help. She asked the federal government, the Biden administration, for help. Why didn't you ask Trump for help? Because he was Trump? Fuck the people of Chicago. I'm not asking him. Meanwhile, their family members are the ones getting sprayed. It's their 6-year-olds. It's their Jocelyn Adams getting hit with 6 hot rounds in their little bodies, not yours. Yours are behind 2 or 3 walls and a bunch of dudes with those little squiggly earpieces in their fucking ear. You're not worried about nothing. You're not taking it seriously. So you'll ask Biden for help, but you won't ask Trump for help when he offered you the help simply because it came from him. Well, you know what? Since you say that racism is everywhere and 90% of the hate you get is racism, and you declare racism a public health crisis, not lead, not bullets, racism. Well, since racism has such a stronghold in your city, and since racism is so prevalent, and racism is everywhere and controls everything, why don't you ask racism for help? It's there. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's in everything. You guys ever had a skunk spray near your house? You ever had a skunk get one of your dogs and they bring their dumb ass in the house? The shit gets everywhere smells like it. You dry heaving in the damn house. Racism is everywhere. It's permeated everything. So ask racism for help. Why are you asking Biden's old stupid ass? He don't even remember what your name is. You're going to ask him for help, but not Trump when he offered you help. They don't give a shit about us. Obviously. He didn't even stay there for a day. You might want to make a pit stop for 24 hours or so in one of the most violent places in your country. I'm just saying, what do I know? I'm just a taxpayer. Man, let me get my ass in here with my beautiful wife and kids. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone. Link in the description box. Utilize a PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.